As Sherry had just described, bosses can have a profound influence on the extent to which we're miserable, disengaged, or actually very much engaged and thriving. Sometimes their influence unfolds in these interactions we have with our colleagues or our friends when we try to engage in sense-making. About to show you a vignette where this is an example of where these micro-interactions help reveal the power of bosses on our level of engagement. This won't be the last time you see a vignette. In fact, we've created a number of them and sprinkled them throughout this course to give you an opportunity to see firsthand, what does this look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? When you watch this vignette and any others in the course, feel free to play them again, take notes on them. After the vignette, we'll return and provide you some ways to sort of make sense of it and help organize and augment some of the notes that you have. In this particular vignette, you're going to see two people who look very familiar interact and have a discussion about one person's recent interaction with their boss. Pay close attention to how they think about their job and the influence they have on one another. Enjoy. What are you doing eating another donut? I thought you told me to protect you from eating them.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. What's the use?
Wait, what's the matter? What happened?
You know that presentation I was working on last week and all last weekend? The one where you gave me that software to use?
Of course. It had amazing data, and the animations were spectacular. You presented it so well. The decision of what we should do just became so crystal clear afterwards.
Well, the boss didn't even remark. She doesn't care. She didn't even say thanks. She pointed out a spacing problem on my slides and told me to fix it. You know, I spent so much time on that presentation. She just doesn't like me, I guess. Maybe I need to look for another job.
Don't do that. You know, there are great bosses here also. Mine picked up on the fact that one of our team members was spending a lot of time in Australia, and he did some research on the country and its culture, and found out they have these amazing cookie treats called Tim Tams. And so when my friend hit an important KPI, he ordered a box and sent it to him. It was awesome. You may not always have the same boss, and besides, I would miss not working with you. If you quit, I may simply have to follow.
What did you see in that vignette? I bet you've seen that before. A situation where somebody went through so much hard work and a boss didn't even give them a little pat on the back or didn't give you a pat on the back. You've probably had a not so good boss, a bad boss, but you've probably had a good boss as well. What are the qualities that are differentiated between the good and the bad? In this case, it was really good that Jeffrey was there. He could give me an example of how he has seen a great boss make a difference in somebody's life and change the emotion of a situation. It is important for us to reflect on what we see, what we hear, and what we feel in these vignettes, and take good reflection notes so that you can see what we see and so that you know there are little lessons in every one of these vignettes. And this one tells us emotions can be very contagious. Good emotions as well as sad or angry emotions. We have to be careful